flying dark. Heads should roll at the Pentagon. Now, I watched the video, and I will say that there's a level of suspicion that I have as it pertains to this. And we're going to also watch a video showing the route in which the plane was going to further prove my conspiracy theory at the moment. But speaking of theories, Script Keeper Elect actually posted, why did CNN report the plane crash in D.C. 5 hours before it happened?
So does anyone want to explain how or why CNN was able to report this plane crash 5 and 6 hours before it happened?
Wow.
What? See the timestamp? 10:43 p.m.
Missing that flight or working on that airplane the entire day before your shift ended, and hours later, tragedy strikes. That is what one young woman from Detroit is dealing with tonight.
Yeah, she's a flight attendant and worked on that same jet from city to city on Wednesday before handing the job off to the next crew, which included two of her most dear friends. She wanted to share her thoughts with Sean Lay, who's at Detroit Metro Airport tonight. Sean?
Her name is Alexis Burgess. Guys, I met her right here after she got her flight home after working that long day yesterday on that very jet going city to city. At the very end in Wichita, she said goodbye, have a safe flight to her other crew who are her dear friends, only to learn a few hours later of the absolute worst. And she's now coming home with the thought stuck in her head, of course, that could have easily been me.
I don't know whether to be grateful or to break down. I don't know whether to quit or go harder or be strong or be braver, brave for them. I don't know.
Alexis Burgess is stunned. She is in shock. If a flight attendant called in sick on the American Airlines flight from Wichita to Washington, Alexis would not be in her mother's arms here at Detroit Metro today. Burgess is a flight attendant who worked in that same plane all day Wednesday from Philly to Toronto to D.C. Her shift ended in Wichita, where she greeted the next crew, Ian Epstein and Denasia Elder. That crew lost their lives.
The last thing that I said to him was, have a safe flight, and the last thing he said to me was, have a good overnight.
Some of Burgess's personal items were still on that plane when it collided with the helicopter and went down.
I'm just in complete disbelief. I didn't even see how it looked. I didn't see the video. I didn't see anything. I just saw a small picture of it in the water, and to know that I worked on there and to see it in pieces like that. I left a water bottle in the back of 21C. And I worked the back. I worked the other flight attendant I worked with. She worked first class. I worked the back. So I'm just thinking about the things that I left on that plane, and the plane is in pieces now.
As a mom with a daughter being a flight attendant, you pray every time she boards until she lands. So this is very heart-wrenching. This is very hurtful.
If I was on reserve and one of those flight attendants got sick or had to stay, then they would have scheduled me to work the flight back to my base. Yes.
That close?
Yes, it is.